Welcome to G&Amp H documentary YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about different kind of sea creatures and some of the world's biggest oceans. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to G&Amp H documentary YouTube channel for future updates. The deep water is the best place to go if you're looking for strange creatures that defy understanding. Every year, researchers catch fantastic images of unusual new species and alien-looking critters lurking in the depths, and this year was no exception. Adaptation is the name of the game when you live thousands of feet below the water's surface. See how these deep-sea denizens make the most of their deep, dark home. Here is a list of some of the different kinds of sea creatures. Blood-red jellyfish. According to NOAA researchers, the mysterious red jelly could be a new species previously unknown to science. According to NOAA researchers, this mysterious red jelly could be a new species previously unknown to science. Researchers from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, revealed the discovery of a new blood-red jellyfish species in August. According to the experts, the dark red jelly belongs to the genus Barreleye. They discovered the new jelly at a depth of roughly 2,300 feet, 700 meters, close off the coast of Newport, Rhode Island, using a remotely operated vehicle, ROV. Other animals seen on the dive included cnidarians, jellyfish and corals, ctenophores, comb jellies, crabs, and actinopterygii, ray-finned fishes. Because red wavelengths of light cannot penetrate the deep ocean, many deep-sea organisms have evolved a similar red color. Because there is no red light to reflect back toward prospective predators, red creatures seem dark. The enigmatic glass octopus. In the central Pacific Ocean's deep sea, a glass octopus moves. Researchers from the Schmidt Ocean Institute discovered a glass octopus, Vitrilledinella richardi, in the central Pacific Ocean's deep water. Others from the Schmidt Ocean Institute, SOI, published video of a rare glass octopus, Vitrilledinella richardi, off the coast of the isolated Phoenix Islands, which are located more than 3,200 miles, 5,100 kilometers, northeast of Sydney, Australia. The transparent cephalopod was discovered during a 34-day voyage on board the SOI's research vessel Falker in the central Pacific Ocean. The organism was discovered by onboard scientists using the ROV Sebastian, which spent 182 hours investigating the seafloor during the voyage. Glass octopuses, like other glass organisms like glass frogs and certain comb jellies, are virtually totally transparent, with the exception of their cylindrical eyes, optic nerve, and digestive tract. Shape-shifting whalefish. A elusive whalefish was discovered 6,600 feet, 2,013 meters, off the coast of Monterey Bay, California. A elusive whalefish was discovered 6,600 feet, 2,013 meters, off the coast of Monterey Bay, California. In August, the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, MBURI published video of a bright orange female whalefish, of the order Cetomimmiformes, swimming around 6,600 feet, 2,013 meters, deep offshore of Monterey Bay, California. Because of the three significantly diverse appearances of the juveniles, tapetails, males, bignoses, and females, very little is known about this strange fish, whalefish. The three types are so dissimilar that scientists initially mistook them for three distinct species. One of the most severe shape-shifting transformations among vertebrates is that of juvenile to mature females. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute tweeted whalefish have rarely been sighted alive in the deep, thus many mysteries remain regarding these magnificent fish. Emperor Dumbo. The Emperor Dumbo octopus was recently discovered, Grymptuthis imperator. In May, scientists announced the discovery of a totally new species of Dumbo octopus, Grymptuthis imperator, which they have dubbed Emperor Dumbo. During a voyage to the Aleutian Islands in the Bering Sea in 2016, researchers accidentally dragged the tiny creature to the surface in a net aboard the German research vessel Sahn. The umbrella-like webbing connecting their tentacles, and their cartoonishly ear-like fins that resemble the huge ears on Disney's famed elephant helped to identify Dumbo octopus species. We weren't hunting for anything, so it was a really lucky find. Emperor Dumbo. Real-life SpongeBob and Patrick. At the Retriever Seamount, real-life SpongeBob and Patrick side by side. On the seafloor, real-life SpongeBob and Patrick side by side. The real-life counterparts of the cartoon best pals SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star side by side on the seafloor were released by NOAA in August. An ROV photographed the square / yellow sponge and five-pointed pink sea star off the coast of New England on July 27 at a depth of 6,184 feet / 1,885 m during an excursion of the Retriever Seamount. The sponge belongs to the genus Hertwigia, and the sea star belongs to the genus Chondraster. Christopher Ma, a marine biologist at the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History, told Live Science. He went on to say that the specific species is unknown, and that they could even be entirely new to science. Spindly alien-like squid. In the Gulf of Mexico, NOAA scientists acquired footage of a rare bigfin squid. During an expedition in the Gulf of Mexico in November, NOAA scientists used a ROV to spot a rare bigfin squid, genus Magnapinna. With large, iridescent fins and weird elbow-like bends in its tentacles, the phantom squid has an unusual body plan. In the NOAA camera footage, Mike Vecchione, a research biologist with the NOAA Fisheries National Systematics Laboratory, can be heard remarking, "All of their arms and tentacles have this lengthy, spaghetti-like extension. It's really difficult to distinguish between the arms and the tentacles, which is rare for a squid." Since its discovery in 1998, there have been less than 20 confirmed sightings of this deep-sea mollusk. Photobombing squid. Sthenoteuthis walleniensis, a purple-back flying squid that swam by the ROV studying the shipwreck in the Gulf of Aqaba. Sthenoteuthis walleniensis, a purple-back flying squid that swam by the ROV studying the shipwreck in the Gulf of Aqaba. Researchers mapping the seafloor of the Red Sea's Gulf of Aqaba were astonished in October when they uncovered a recent shipwreck from 2011. The team's ROV was constantly photobombed by a purple-back flying squid while trying to record the wreckage of the ship, Sthenoteuthis walleniensis. At a depth of 2,788 feet, the shipwreck and squid were discovered, 850 m. OceanX experts believe it was a single squid, but it could have been more than one because the octopus was difficult to detect as it sped across the screen. Giant phantom jellyfish. The phantom jellyfish's mouth arms trail behind it like scarves in the wind. Maury scientists captured a big phantom jellyfish, Stygiomedusa gigantea, on film in Monterey Bay. Maury released rare video footage of a huge ghost jellyfish in November, Stygiomedusa gigantea. The gigantic jelly, with its 3.3 foot wide, 1 m, bell and 33 foot long, 10 m, ribbon-like arms, was discovered by scientists operating a ROV at a depth of 3,200 feet, 975 meters, in Monterey Bay, California. The phantom jellyfish is little understood, but experts believe it utilizes its arms, which trail behind it like loose scarves, to trap unlucky prey and pull them up to its mouth. The monster also uses periodic pulses from its dimly light bell to drive itself down the pitch-black depths. In 1899, the huge phantom jelly was discovered for the first time. Scientists have only come across this critter around 100 times, since then. In a statement, Barry added. Despite its rarity, the jelly has been discovered at the depths of every major ocean on the planet, with the exception of the Arctic Ocean. Sponge tracks on the seafloor. An illustration of a sponge trail left as it crawls across the seafloor. In April, researchers in the Arctic obtained photographs of strange brown tracks left behind by the unexpectedly mobile organisms, revealing the first evidence of deep-sea sponges crawling around on the seafloor. The sponge trails were originally observed in 2016 by towed cameras behind a research vessel at a depth of between 2,300 and 3,300 feet near Langseth Ridge, a poorly explored part of the Arctic Ocean that is constantly covered in sea ice, 700 to 1,000 meters. The trails are made up of the spicules, or spines, that the sponge can generate, said Otten Purser, a deep-sea biologist at the Alfred Wegener Institute at the Helmholtz Center for Polar and Marine Research in Germany. The trails are made up of the spicules, or spines, that the sponge can generate. Barreleye fish. Murray researchers saw a Barreleye fish for the first time in December, Macropina microstoma. This strange fish has a translucent forehead that it sees through with a pair of bulbous green eyes hidden inside its head. While traveling at a depth of roughly 2,132 feet, 650 meters, in the Monterey Submarine Canyon, one of the deepest submarine canyons on the Pacific coast, a ROV captured footage of the odd species. Despite having made more than 5,600 dives in the fish's habitat, Murray scientists have only seen the species 9 times before. The Barreleye appeared small out in the distance at first, but I knew exactly what I was looking at. It couldn't possibly be confused with anything else. Live Science spoke with Thomas Knowles, a senior aquarist at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Pink see-through fantasia. Surprisingly, the pink see-through fantasia is a sort of sea cucumber. It can be found in the deep sea and at a variety of locations across the world. It was discovered in 2018, making it one of our more recent finds. They prefer to remain in the water columns rather than on the seafloor's surface. They are deep water creatures that live at the deepest depths possible, but can travel up to 3,300 feet to feed. They range in size from 4.3 to 9.8 inches in length, with the smaller end of the scale being a brighter pink. They are highly different creatures, and nothing is known about them as of yet. These strange sea cucumbers eat by pushing food into their mouths with their tentacles. They ingest benthic sediment, which is found on the seafloor. This is made up of creatures, sediment, and debris found on the water's benthic surface. They just feed for a few seconds and appear to stay on the seabed for around a minute. However, this appears to be sufficient time to feed appropriately. Because the benthic level is roughly 13,000 feet below sea level, these lower water inhabitants are difficult to notice. Christmas tree worm. These cheerful creatures are a sort of marine worm found on coral reefs all over the world. They are, nevertheless, most frequent in the Indo-Pacific and Caribbean oceans. Because of their appearance, these little worms are known as worms. They resemble little Christmas trees and come in a variety of hues. Spirobranchus giganteus is their scientific name. Their bodies are tube-shaped, with appendages that serve as both a breathing apparatus and a catching device for their nourishment. They're quite little, measuring about 1.5 inches in length. Because they are sedentary, they do not move much. When they locate a site they like, they are thought to stay put, burrowing deep under the coral to avoid predators. Phytoplankton and other microscopic plants that float freely in the sea are their main sources of nutrition. Divers frequently encounter and photograph them because of their unique eye-catching appearance, which they have because they live on coral reefs. Maris orthocana. This strange and fascinating creature resembles a rocket, but it is actually an Arctic deep-sea monster. It's a type of jellyfish, to be precise. The jellyfish's swimming end measures about 3.9 inches in length. The colony's length, on the other hand, can surpass 6 feet. It has been seen at depths ranging from 660 to 2,620 feet, with the highest recorded depth being 6,600 feet. It's difficult to see since the depths at which they live mean that very little natural light reaches them. As a result, there haven't been many studies conducted on them. Krill, decapods, and other crustaceans are thought to be part of their diet. They trap them in their colony and ensnare them with their tentacles. These tentacles are frequently compared to human fishing lines. They are a strange monster, yet images acquired from submersible craft suggest that they resemble a rocket in flight due to their orange color and smoke-like tentacles. Red-lipped batfish. Off the shore of the Galapagos Islands, this strange little fish can be discovered. As a result, they are also known as Galapagos batfish. Their name comes from the fact that their mouths are encircled with what appears to be crimson lipstick. Because of their shape, they resemble a flying animal, hence the bat analogy. They are not the strongest swimmers in the ocean as a result of this. In fact, they've been observed scurrying clumsily around the ocean's bottom. To attract and lure prey, they have an elysium, which is typically found on anglerfish. Their prey consists primarily of other little fish, those smaller than them, and crustaceans. They have what appear to be thorns on them, which act as a deterrent to any potential predators. They reach a total length of just over 9 inches. Their homes are located from 10 to 249 feet beneath the surface of the ocean. You'd be excused for thinking they're some type of crab based on their scurrying action, which we've already addressed. Anal, pectoral, and pelvic fins, not legs or claws, assist them in their scurrying. Let's discuss about the world's largest oceans and seas now. They start from large and end on the largest, so keep watching till the end of the video. Let's get into it. The Mediterranean Sea. 970,000 square miles of land, 2,500,000 square kilometers. The Mediterranean Sea is one of the world's major seas, covering around 0.7% of the ocean's surface area. It is situated between Italy and Greece to the south and Africa to the north. The sea is almost totally enclosed by land, but the Strait of Gibraltar connects it to the Atlantic Ocean in the west. It also has a Black Sea connection. The water has an average depth of 4,900 feet, with the Calypso Deep reaching a depth of 17,280 feet. Spain, France, Monaco, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Albania, Greece, Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco are the countries that surround the Mediterranean in clockwise order. Malta and Cyprus are sea island countries. Furthermore, the contested area of northern Cyprus, as well as several enclaves, such as Gibraltar and Ceuta, have seacoasts. Alexandria is the most populous coastal city. The drainage basin includes a huge number of other countries, with the Nile River being the longest, flowing into the Mediterranean Sea. The Caribbean Sea. The total area is 1,063,000 square miles, 2,754,000 square kilometers. To the west and southwest, the Caribbean Sea surrounds Mexico and Central America. The Greater Antilles are to the north, and the Lesser Antilles are to the east. The Cayman Trough, with a depth of 25,217 feet below sea level, is the deepest place in the sea. The Caribbean Sea is located inside the Caribbean region of the world. The Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands are part of it. The Caribbean refers to the entire area of the Caribbean Sea, as well as the numerous islands of the West Indies and neighboring shores. The Caribbean Sea is one of the world's largest seas, with approximately 2,754,000 square kilometers, 1,063,000 square miles. The Cayman Trough, located between the Cayman Islands and Jamaica, is the deepest place in the sea, measuring 7,686 meters, 25,217 feet, below sea level. The Gulf of Gonave, Gulf of Venezuela, Gulf of Darien, Golfo de los Mosquitos, Gulf of Paria, and Gulf of Honduras are only a few of the Caribbean's gulfs and bays. Since colonialism, the Caribbean region has seen a substantial growth in human activity. The sea produces around 170 million tons of oil each year, making it one of the world's major oil production locations. The area also supports a substantial fishing sector in the neighboring countries, producing 500,000 tons of fish each year, 490,000 long tons, 550,000 short tons. Human activity also contributes to pollution in the area. The Pan American Health Organization estimated in 1993 that only approximately 10% of sewage from Central American and Caribbean island countries is properly cleansed before being dumped into the sea. South China Sea. 1,400,000 square miles of land, 3,500,000 square kilometers. The South China Sea is bordered on two sides by South China, and on the western side by the Indochinese Peninsula. To the east is Taiwan. The South China Sea encompasses both the Gulf of Thailand and the Gulf of Tonkin. It is a vital economic zone through which at least a third of the world's shipping passes each year. There are also a lot of valuable fisheries in the area. The sea, according to scientists, was formed some 45 million years ago. It now has approximately 250 small islands, many of which are submerged at high tide. The South China Sea is a hugely important economic and geostrategic region. It is home to one-third of the world's maritime shipping, which carries over $3 trillion in trade each year. Its seabed is thought to contain vast oil and natural gas deposits. It also has valuable fisheries, which are critical for millions of people in Southeast Asia's food security. Multiple countries claim sovereignty over the South China Sea Islands, which consist of several archipelago clusters of primarily small uninhabited islands, islets, cays and shoals, reefs/atolls, and seamounts totaling in the hundreds. The range of names given to the islands and the sea reflects these assertions. The People's Republic of China, the Republic of China, Taiwan, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, and Vietnam are among the states and territories having maritime boundaries, clockwise from north. The Pearl, Min, Jiolong, Red, Mekong, Mainam, Rajan, Baram, Kapuas, Batanghari, Musi, Kampar, Indragiri, Pahang, Agno, Pampanga, and Pasig rivers all flow into the South China Sea. Arabian Sea. 1,491,000 square miles of land, 3,862,000 square kilometers. Throughout history, the Arabian Sea has been home to a number of key trading routes and seaports. It has a connection to the Gulf of Aden, the Red Sea, and the Persian Gulf. It reaches a maximum depth of 15,262 feet. Yemen, Oman, Iran, and the Maldives are among the countries that border the Arabian Sea. In the water, there are also various islands. The Lakshadweep Islands, Socotra, Masaira, and Astala Island are among them. The Gulf of Aden in the southwest, which connects to the Red Sea via the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, and the Gulf of Oman in the northwest, which connects to the Persian Gulf, are two main branches of the Arabian Sea. On the Indian coast, there are also the Gulfs of Khumbat and Kutch. Since the 3rd or 2nd millennium BCE, many important marine trade routes have passed across the Arabian Sea. Kandla Port, Mundra Port, Pipavav Port, Dahej Port, Hajira Port, Mumbai Port, Nhava Shiva Port, Navi Mumbai, Mormugo Port, Goa, New Mangalore Port, and Kochi Port in India, Karachi Port, Port Qasim, and Gwadar Port in Pakistan, Chabahar Port in Iran, and the port of Salalah in Salalah, Oman are among the major seaports. Socotra, Yemen, Masaira Island, Oman, Lakshadweep, India, and Astala Island, India, are the largest islands in the Arabian Sea, Pakistan. Yemen, Oman, Pakistan, Iran, India, and the Maldives all have coasts on the Arabian Sea. Coral Sea. Except for a few days in June, August, when strong southeasterly winds occur a few times per month, gales are uncommon in this region for the majority of the year. The Arctic Ocean. 5,427,000 square miles of land, 14,055,865 square kilometers. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest and shallowest ocean on the planet. It is the coldest of all the oceans, with the lowest salinity, and it includes the North Pole. Sea life is much harder to spot in this ocean than it is in other oceans. Researchers must enter the dark ocean waters by diving through the ice. Sea ice covers the ocean year-round, but it is most dense during the winter months. The ocean ice cover has been declining every year since 1979, when records began. Scientists are constantly investigating the ramifications of this shrinking and what may be done to reverse the process. It is the only ocean smaller than Russia, which has a land size of 16,377,742 square kilometers and a population of 16.377,742 people, 6,323,482 square miles. The geographical masses of Eurasia, North America, including Greenland and Iceland, encircle it. Baffin Bay, the Barents Sea, the Beaufort Sea, the Chukchi Sea, the East Siberian Sea, the Greenland Sea, the Iceland Sea, the Norwegian Sea, Hudson Bay, the Hudson Strait, the Kara Sea, the Laptev Sea, the White Sea, and other tributary bodies of water are all included. The Bering Strait connects it to the Pacific Ocean, and the Greenland Sea and Labrador Sea connect it to the Atlantic Ocean. Russia, Norway, Iceland, Greenland, a Danish territory, Canada, and the United States all have coastlines on the Arctic Ocean. The Antarctic Ocean. 7,849,000 square miles of land, 20,328,816 square kilometers. The Southern Ocean, commonly referred to as the Antarctic or Austral Ocean, is the world's fourth biggest ocean. Scientists are constantly debating its limits. Some people are completely oblivious to the ocean. In the 1770s, James Cook famously filed around the Southern Ocean, proving that it was possible to circumnavigate the globe in its waters. The ocean's deepest point is 7,434 meters, or 24,390 feet. As a result of climate change, its ecosystem has been quickly changing in recent years. Seals, penguins, and orcas can all be found in the waters. The Indian Ocean. 27,240,000 square miles of land, 70,560,000 square kilometers. The Indian Ocean is the world's third largest body of water. It encompasses around a fifth of the Earth's surface and is home to a slew of tropical islands. Africa to the northwest, Antarctica to the south, India and Asia to the north, and Australia to the east form the ocean's boundaries. The Arabian and Laccadive seas are included. The Indian Ocean is the world's warmest. As a result, many types of sea life are unable to survive in its warmer waters. Surprisingly, the sea is home to some of the world's most major ports, including Mumbai and Kolkata. The Atlantic Ocean. 41,105,000 square miles of land, 106,460,000 square kilometers. The Atlantic Ocean is the world's second largest ocean, behind the Pacific Ocean. The ocean is estimated to have developed during the Jurassic period and covers roughly 20% of the Earth's surface. The Pacific, Arctic, Indian, and Southern Oceans are all connected to it. The Atlantic Ocean is divided into two portions by the equator, the Northern Atlantic and the Southern Atlantic. The Sargasso, Caribbean, and Mediterranean seas are all located within the Atlantic Ocean. Turtles and dolphins, as well as species living more than 3,000 feet below the surface, can all be found in the ocean. Greenland, the world's largest island, is situated halfway between the Atlantic and the Arctic Oceans. Pacific Ocean. 63,800,000 square miles of land, 165,250,000 square kilometers. The Pacific Ocean is the world's largest ocean, covering roughly 28% of the planet's surface area and nearly doubling that in water surface area. It reaches all the way to the west coast of North America. It also contains the Marianas Trench, which contains the Challenger Deep, the world's deepest trench. It reaches a depth of 36,037 feet, significantly greater than Mount Everest's height. The trench's remarkable depth is due to its location between two tectonic plates. Earthquakes are common along the ocean's coastline between North America and Japan. The adventurer Ferdinand Magellan gave the ocean its name. Pacific means calm sea in his language. The Ring of Fire is a U-shaped network of 450 volcanoes in the Pacific Ocean. They stretch from South America to Japan's coast, across the western United States, and down to New Zealand. Indeed, the Pacific Ocean is the largest body of water on the planet. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.